Quinn A. Hendel.
Hey guys, how are we doing tonight? Thank you all for coming out to the first playground of the year. You made it. You made it through 20. Oh, my walk-up song. Thank you. That was awesome. It was Beautiful Things by Benson Boone. Thank you. That was what I was going for exactly. Appreciate it. Anyway, 2026. Congratulations. We made it to a new year. That's a big deal. I feel like my favorite thing about the new year is the resolutions. You guys, we mess with that, yeah? I like making New Year's resolutions because it always feels like such like a nice, optimistic way of starting the year. Like self-improvement, I think that's a really good vibe to go into it with. And then there's also absolutely no pressure to actually do it whatsoever, which I think is a really a nice way of doing things. Does anyone remember theirs from last year? Does anyone or stick with their New Year's resolution from last year all the way through? No? Or you remember? Yeah? What was it?
Oh, I don't remember.
Oh, okay. But you did it, yeah?
Be smarter.
Be smarter? Well, I can tell it's working. You look great. I mean, hey, got that going for you. So, hey, congratulations, I guess. For me, I feel like my biggest issue is always procrastination. Like, whatever I'm gonna do, it could be anything from work out one time to like solve world peace, and I'm gonna delay that as much as I possibly can. Like, and the thing is, it also never quite turns out how you think it will. Like, if I'm gonna work out, it's gonna be like one squat next December 30th, and that's gonna be the whole thing and call it good. And even like world peace, like I like to think I'm a man of my word. Like I'll do it, I'll make it happen. But it's gonna be like dime store world peace. It'll be like not punching my anti-vax uncle on his birthday party, you know. So it's all stuff like that. But yeah. So I think my main New Year's resolution this year is to stop procrastinating. And I'm planning on getting to that in some point in March, and that's kind of my idea. And I know that's not an intelligent joke, so I appreciate the pity laughs on that one, guys. Thank you. It's an easy joke. I did get sick over winter break. If that makes you feel better, like it's like post-emptive karma for that joke. And I always feel like when you get sick, you want it to be like one like big bad thing that's just like and takes you out for like 2 full days, like bedridden, like tossing your guts up, like sneezing and stuff. But what I had was more like 6 colds like stacked up in a trench coat that would just sometimes be like, can't feel your nose. And what that meant is that I spent most of break just tossing back supplements like an absolute fiend. Like, and I'm not talking about like the vitamin D ones from Costco that are just like fortified fruit snacks. No, I go to college now, which means I'm a man, so I can handle the Flintstone ones. And my daddy says that if I can start taking the pills, then I can get new stickers for my water bottle. So. Those ones are big, and we're waiting to try that until the summertime. My favorite thing about all of those the little supplements is on the side of the bottle, it'll always be like, do not take more than 2, or like do not exceed 400 milligrams in 24 hours. And there's always a secret part of me that's like, okay, but how much to overdose? Like, that's not where you should go, right? Like I'm fine. Like, trust me, like I'm okay. Like things are seriously good, but like, how many emergency packets would it take? I just want to know, like when I tell you, like things are going well in my life. I'm happy. Like classes are going well. I have great friends. I have a new girlfriend. She's here tonight. Hi, Zia. She's way out of my league, and I convinced her to slum it here tonight. Like things are going really well. I was gonna make jokes about that, but like honestly, I can't. Like I'm just really happy. I love you. And but like when the police find me in like a dingy apartment with one light swinging from the ceiling, there won't be any needles. But how many bottles of prenatal are we talking? You know, like I just have questions. Inquiring minds want to know. That being my mind. But one of the colds did kind of flare up right on New Year's Eve, which meant we had to cancel our family's annual New Year's party. And like I say party, we have 2 other families that come over, and I get to have 1 glass of mulled wine and then pass out on the couch. So like. It is the most low-key party, but still, it's something you get excited for, and then it goes by the wayside, which sucks. But it did mean that we ended up having my cousins over, and my cousins are 8 and 13, and they live in Montana. So this was the first time that I got to see them when they're like actual people instead of like 4. And it meant I finally got to settle into what I think was always meant to be my role of older cousin, which I've learned is creating as much manageable chaos as humanly possible. And older cousin, you're an older cousin as well, so you know what I'm talking about. Like, you get it. So it's, like, for me, the best thing was, like, sitting at the dinner table and we're all going around, like, we're having, like, our mashed potatoes or whatever you eat on New Year's. Just, like going around and eating, and when the adults are at, like, the peak of their conversation about, like, the socio-economic implications of Gaza and Venezuela and all of that, leaning over and going, hey, Ivy, did you know that it's medically impossible to fit the entire top of a Sprite can in your mouth? And then just watching that unfold, because you haven't lived until you've seen the joy, the sheer, like, unimaginable lust in the eyes of an 8-year-old. So sorry. At the prospect of just housing an entire aluminum can. Like, it's awesome, and I would highly recommend you try it next time your friends are high. Like, it's such a power trip. It's fantastic. But during that same dinner, I got my headshots back from my photographer friend because I am no longer 16. And we were like passing them around, showing them off. And my youngest cousin, who is 8, was looking at them and said, well, they're fine, but I think it'd be better if you were going like this, and showing a 6-pack. And we were like, Stella, what? Were you guys learning about 6-packs in, like, 1st grade? I feel like I missed that part. Like, 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, Gymshark, you know? Green eggs and ham with creatine. Like, why? Harold and the Purple Resistance Band. Like, okay, no, that went tanked. I should have stopped. I'm sorry. But anyway, my uncle, who's, like, the techie type, was like, well, actually, we can do that. He'd been talking about AI earlier. So I sent him my headshot, and, like, with a few presses of the screen, he was able to construct this thing that's like, it's me, but just, like, sculpted to holy heaven. Like, it was awesome. And I know what you're thinking, like, Quinn. Sometimes when someone comes in through that door and the wind blows just right, we can see what you're rocking with underneath your slutty little camp t-shirt. And to which I would say, stop! Oh my God, guys, my girlfriend's right there. What? Like, stop. No, unfortunately, as sleeper builds go, mine has been deep in a coma for going on 20 years now. But I feel like with enough Flintstone gummies, I can get there. So that's the plan. Anyway, guys, we have a wonderful show for you tonight. Thank you all so much for coming out. But before we get into it, I thought maybe we could all make a little resolution this year, just an easy one we can fulfill and, like, check off the list together. And that's just to have a good time. What do you guys think? Think we can do that? Yeah. Right, we have such a good lineup for you. I don't know, we could laugh a little bit, clap a little bit more, all of that. Like, I think that's very doable tonight. So I'm just hoping maybe we could make that as a resolution. And then since I was sick and had to miss my New Year's countdown, I was wondering if we could just, like, do a little countdown of our own, like a little like countdown to playground, you know? Like, just start me off just with like a 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Happy New Year, everyone. For those of you in the back, you can check this out at intermission. Those are my AI Swole headshots. Feel free to do with them what you like. We have a fantastic lineup for you tonight. The first comedian I'd like to introduce to you, I asked a lot of these guys what they would do if they were put into the Hunger Games. And your first comedian said that for them it would truly be a game of hunger because of what a picky eater they are. So they said without pizza dough, sauce, and mozzarella cheese, they will not be surviving the first night. So without further ado, please welcome Jamie Christensen!